Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 77. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper. Check it out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. If you would like to join me on camera, you could always shoot the breeze, promote yourself, your business, your special event. All that would be super great. It would also be super great if you could share this out. That way, more people here in Durham can find out what is happening. So, well, it is garbage pickup day. I know you heard the brakes of the garbage truck across the street, the recycling truck. So, anyway, let me get started. Now, here's the first item. I was shocked to find out that the Human Services Building, where DSS is, Department of Public Health. Oh, hello, William M. Andrews. Good afternoon, Bull City. And it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. Yes, indeed. It is. It is indeed. So, what I was going to warn you about is that the Human Services Building, where DSS is, of public health, et cetera, they're closed for the rest of the day. Their air conditioning broke down. That's a huge building, and it's, new, ish. I hate to see that happen. I know at the Durham Center for Senior Life, they just got their air conditioning fixed. Was that last week or a week before last? So they're thrilled because they've been suffering for a while. And now the Human Services Building at 414 East Main Street, they're closed for the rest of the day because the air conditioning is broken. So don't assume they'll be open tomorrow because I'm sure they're getting emergency services or whatever you call it to look at the HVAC unit. So uh, check social media if you had an appointment or if you were planning to drop by Human Services Building, like I said, DSS, Public Health, etc. Check their social media, Durham County, just check Durham County Department of Public Health, and then you'll be able to find out if indeed the building will be open tomorrow. I really hope so because I know people hate to miss work. Well, not everybody hates to miss work, but I'm not speaking for everyone, but I know it's inconvenient to miss work and it is inconvenient for the people who need the services. And plus, it's such a pleasure for people like me who don't have air conditioning to be able to go to buildings like that. So that's another reason why I hate to see it. Hate to see it. So, anyway, just wanted to let you know about that. So, now let's officially start the show by going to the word page, the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also the county, city, state government, a lot of great programs. You can find places to volunteer. And so there's a lot of new additions because I have been going to all of these resource fairs lately and picking up, working in the room, picking up all these pamphlets and brochures and flyers. And I'm finally able to get everything sorted and to add the information to the Durham Skywriter, especially the word page, because obviously who's there at resource centers? Nonprofits. So the American Red Cross has been, I'm not going to say replaced, they've been at the top of the page for years. Now there's a new game in town, Aging Forward of Durham, because everything's listed alphabetically on the word page, the nonprofit and government information page. So Aging Forward of Durham has now taken over first spot on the word page. Let me tell you what it's all about. So people from 3 North Durham churches got together. They realized after talking with Duke University Medical Center, they said, what is your biggest challenge in terms of serving, providing services? And they said missed appointments, and they were shocked to hear that. There are quite a few seniors who are living independently, but they find it hard to get around. Sometimes you can call the access bus. Not all seniors know about access service. Some of them are relying on neighbors and friends, and sometimes they get disappointed and they miss their appointments. So, someone I forget his name. I think his first name is Tom or Thomas. Anyway, I went to the meeting, but they decided to form a local chapter of Aging Forward. So it's called Aging Forward of Durham. It's a nonprofit. They serve seniors. So what they plan to do with this local chapter is to focus on one thing. Apparently, the national branch of Aging Forward, other chapters, they do a lot of different things, but they decided let's do one thing and do it well, at least starting out. And what that is, they're offering transportation to medical appointments by volunteers. They vet the volunteers very carefully so you don't get kidnapped and all that. So basically, if you live north of I 85, you can call for help. You can call Aging Forward of Durham and call for help. And you can get a volunteer to literally come to your house and walk you to their vehicle. They're not going to just honk the horn like they're out in a rural area somewhere. They will walk you to the vehicle, help you in. Now, unfortunately, these are volunteers, so they don't have ramps, and they can't accommodate wheelchairs, at least not yet. So you have to be able to walk, and they will walk you to the vehicle, take you to your medical appointment, and then wait, and then take you back home and walk you back to your door and make sure you get in the house, which I think is very nice. Now, eventually, as they get more drivers, and they do need more volunteer drivers, you don't have to live in Northern Durham to be a volunteer driver. If you don't mind, I mean, if you live in Southern Durham, East, West, whatever, and you want to help out, yeah, you're more than welcome to do that. So, of course, like I said, they'll check you out carefully, though. So eventually, they want to be able to include trips to and from, like the bank, um, the hair salon, barber, grocery stores, that sort of thing. But for right now, they're restricting it to medical appointments only. I think it's a great service. They just started. I think they had their first client, I think, in April. So they're still relatively new. If you need a ride, if you want to volunteer, then go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the word page, and it'll be the first thing there, Aging Forward of Durham. There you go. Wonderful program. Great idea. And maybe somebody will connect with Aging Forward of Durham and maybe have a South Durham component. I'm just saying, because it's a great idea. It's a wonderful idea. Okay, let's see. Now, it's not, I just spoke to someone from the Triangle Nonprofit and Volunteer Leadership Center who told me that it's not too soon, not too early to sign up for the Backpacks for Kids program. So, school social workers, they've already identified young people who need help, young people in need, students in need. So, what they're looking for now are volunteers who can help sort out the book bags and the school supplies in August. So, this will be on Monday, August 4th, and Tuesday, August 5th at the Yates Baptist Church. This is not where you go this is not for parents to pick up supplies. Like I said, the social workers will get the supplies to the students. So they're looking for the volunteers to go through the mountain of school supplies and sort them all out so that then the social workers can pick them up and deliver them to the kids. So this will be the first Monday and Tuesday of next month. You can choose the morning session, 8:30 to 12:30, or the afternoon session, noon to 4. So if you want to do that, definitely sign up. I do have the phone number and the email and all that. So you can go ahead and connect with the Triangle Nonprofit and Volunteer Leadership Center and take part in Backpacks for Kids. And they have a lot. Once you talk with the organization, you'll realize that they have a lot of volunteer opportunities. So don't stop short of asking. Now, this page has grown so much, it's gotten ridiculous. Um, oh, so the city always has vacancies, the various committees and commissions. There's almost always a vacancy just about every week as people find different things to do, or maybe suddenly being a member of a certain committee has become inconvenient or whatever. So this week, the vacancies are on the Durham Affordable Housing Implementation Committee, excuse me, the Durham Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Commission, the Housing Appeals Board at large, the Mayor's Hispanic Latino Committee, and there's also a vacancy on the Racial Equity Commission. So if you have special knowledge, special interest in any of these areas, then go to the Word page, click on that link, see what is expected of you, and then if you're still interested, let them know by end of day Wednesday that you want to participate. Okay, the Durham County Libraries, with today being Monday, they're all open until 8. And then tomorrow they reopen at 9:30. And of course, Bragtown reopens at 10. Now, with it being hot, the libraries are being used as cooling centers also. For some reason, Bragtown is not listed. All the other libraries are listed. I know Bragtown is like a little house, but I would think they have air conditioning there too. I don't know. Every time I go there, because I go there once a month, I don't really notice if it's air conditioned or not. But anyway, I'll let you know next time I go. Okay, let's see what else is happening. There is so much on this page now. Oh, there's going to be a new program for seniors, but let me scroll down and make sure I don't miss anything. One second, let's see. Because there's some new programs. Oh, right. So there are different food resource maps provided by different agencies. I do have them listed under Durham County Department of Public Health, but also End Hunger Durham. They have a list too. Sometimes the lists correspond with each other. Sometimes they're sort of separate. Some are printable. Some maps are best used with cell phones, etc. So that's why you're wondering, why does she have so many different ways of getting to the same information? That's why. So go to the Word page and you'll see all these different resources for just about everything that you could use here in Durham, including food resource maps. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I wanted to. Oh, let's check with Durham Tech. Yeah, let's check. Let's check with Durham Tech Small Business Center. Because another new addition, the Durham Literacy Center. They have various programs. Adult literacy, where if you're over the age of 18, you can be matched with a trained volunteer, or you can join a small class and get your reading and writing skills up to par. Sometimes people are just busy. I mean, when my mom was a little kid, she said that every now and then a farmer would join the class. You could do that back then. You could actually join the class with little kids. But now, of course, they don't want adults mixing with the little ones. So now they have places like the Durham Literacy Center. So sometimes people are working as children. Sometimes people just don't connect with education as a kid, and then they realize later how much it's needed in terms of getting a job, helping your kids with their homework, etc. And then not wanting your child to suffer the way you have, not knowing how to read and write well. So they have those classes. They're all free. Then they have English for speakers of other languages, where people from different countries can learn English, speaking, listening, writing. Then they have a youth achievement program so that out of school young people, ages 16 to 24, they might have how can I put this? Second thoughts about maybe not doing well in school and realizing they've got to increase their skills in order to move ahead in life. So they have that. And they have a class called Aprendan Inglés for people who speak Spanish and want to learn English. They have computer classes, and they go all the way down to the basics. And then they have a threshold reading and math class. There's a place called Threshold Clubhouse, and that's for adults living with severe mental illness. So that's a staff member handles that, and they go there and they teach reading and math and poetry and that sort of thing. So if you want to be a volunteer, of course, actually, I think they're going to have a training session real soon for the English for speakers of other languages. The training for volunteers will start on Friday. Actually, you can register starting on Friday, August first. So go to the word page, look for the Durham Literacy Center, and sign up. Okay, let's see what else we have. Oh, don't forget to register for National Night Out because, after all, now most of the country celebrates National Night Out on August. I think it's the 5th. Wait, I think it's the 5th. Yeah, but it's so hot. It's so hot down here that in recent years, our National Night Out here in Durham has been moved to October, I think it's the 7th, first Tuesday. So, what National Night Out is all about is taking back the streets, so to speak. I remember when I was in Chicago, National Night Out consisted of turning on your porch light, to let the criminals know this is our street. And that was it. It has evolved. So now there are, parades, ice cream socials, food drives, school supply drives, block parties, etc. So the Durham Police Department, they would like for you to register with them if you plan to put on a National Night Out event. Because what happens is that the police, they have different officers, and especially like the cool motorcycle squad crew, whatever they're called, they visit the various events. And the kids love them because they have the lights and their information, and it just looks really cool. Of course, what's cooler than a motorcycle? I don't ever want to ride one, but they look awfully cool. So be sure to register with the Durham Police Department. I've got the link right there. Now, they're going to have virtual question and answer sessions so you can learn what it's all about in terms of putting on the best National Night Out. So on Tuesday, July 15th, which is next week, they'll have the first virtual meeting at 1. I'll be sure to remind you. And then they'll have another one in August. And then they'll have one for vendors, because I need to point out that the Durham Police Department, they kick off National Night Out at their headquarters from 4 until 6. They have free food, activities, entertainment, and vendors. That's why they have a meeting for vendors, so you can learn what that's all about. That might be a good idea for you to get out front of the folks by being a vendor at the National Night Out kickoff celebration. So if you have any questions, you can contact Randall Packard or Shakita Dancy. I've got their information right there on the word page. And yeah, sign up for National Night Out. Yes, indeed. Let's see. And there's one more thing. Oh, let me check Durham Tech. Free class tomorrow. Now, Durham Tech Community College is small business centers for entrepreneurs. They have free classes, workshops, in person, and then I like to list classes that are being offered across the state online, and those are also free and they're live, so you can ask questions. So tomorrow, for Spanish-speaking business owners, they have something called Café Emprendedor, which means entrepreneurial coffee. So I assume they're going to have coffee. And then people who speak Spanish and run businesses, or people who speak Spanish and would like to run a business, they go from 10 until 1, and they hang out, meet each other, talk, get some information on running a business from Durham Tech Small Business Center. And that is going to be downtown in the Chesterfield building. Their office is on the second floor, 701 West Main Street. They have their own parking lot just south of the building. There's also free parking on, what's the name of that street? Not Pettigrew. Starts with a P. The street that is just south. Can't think of it right now, but they have free parking for at least 2 blocks on the street that is right next to the center, just south. Okay, let's see. So if you know someone who speaks Spanish, they prefer to get their information in Spanish, and they're business owners or they want to start a business, let them know about this event, because they have these Café Emprendedor several times. It looks like they're going to have it several times this summer, which is really great. Now let's see if there are any classes online. Yes. Mastering SEO for, let me put on my specs. There we go. Whoa. Mastering SEO, which is search engine optimization, that's getting, discovered online. Mastering SEO for your small business. Boost your website's visibility and drive. That's going to be today from 2 until 3. You might want to sign up for that as soon as possible. It's going to be a live seminar, and that will be today. It's going to be online, 2 o'clock on Zoom. Sign up as soon as possible. Now, tomorrow at 1, there's going to be an online class, starting your small business in North Carolina. So they're, giving you the basics. All righty, and now let me scroll down because I want to tell you about this computer program. Let me find it real quick because it starts tomorrow. Okay, there's so much on this page. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Let me tell you about Siembra. Siembra NC, that is a grassroots organization here in North Carolina. They cover various counties, including Durham. They teach communities how to deal with abusive landlords, also ICE, which stands for, of course, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and also bad politicians. So they have workshops, trainings. You can download literature. They're going to have a meeting. It's going to be on Zoom this Thursday. I'm just wanting you to know now so you can register. It's called Moving Your City and County to Support Immigrants. It's all about learning what to do locally, including getting Fourth Amendment resolutions passed and ending contracts and relationships with businesses that are complicit with enabling ICE. So you can register by clicking on the link, and you can get that, that all the information that you need to attend on Thursday. It's going to be Thursday night at 8. So I'm just mentioning it now so you can get familiar with Siembra and see. Many of you have probably never heard of it. So I invite you to check out their website. They do a lot of things. They do a lot of things for sure. They have a lot of workshops, a lot of information. And yeah, just check them out. Okay, now where is that? There it is. Starting tomorrow. I know this is short notice, but the Triangle Nonprofit and Volunteer Leadership Center, they are offering a series. It's called Digital Literacy Training for Seniors. And in this case, seniors are 55 plus, age 55 plus. These training sessions will be at First Presbyterian Church. As you know, they have their own parking lot, so no worries there. They're downtown at 305 East Main Street. So older adults, age 55 plus, you can start from the basics with the internet. A lot of us just never got training. I remember when computers, first, the smaller, manageable computers came out in the 80s, because I think I was the first kid on my block to get a computer. I say kid, I was an adult. The first kid on the block to get, it was in 1986 or 7. I got my first Mac. And actually, before then, I had what was the name of that computer? Starts with the letter A. I don't even know if they're still around. They were really, really popular. They had games and everything. Mm. When I think of it, I'll mention it. But anyway, so you can learn the basics, including how to email, how to set up email, um, figuring out what the heck artificial intelligence is. I know it's a buzzword, AI. You can learn about exploring the internet, getting on safely, staying safe on the internet, how to find community resources, how to find telehealth sites, because after all, we're older, we're concerned about our health, how to make a video call, and what social media is all about. So so here's the thing. They're going to offer Tuesday sessions, Wednesday sessions, and Thursday sessions. They're all this week. So the first one obviously will be tomorrow, because tomorrow's Tuesday. So the Tuesday sessions, there will be 4 this month. For Wednesdays, starting this Wednesday, and then Thursday, 4 sessions starting Thursday this week on the 10th. So it's free. Not only is it free, but if you are a senior and you attend all 4 sessions, you will get a $75 stipend. I think that is wild. So there you go. That's the incentive. If you always wanted to learn how to go online and then you realize, well, shoot, I can make some money too, there you go. The information that you need is right there on the Word page. And I've got the phone number, so you can make the quick call and sign up. And the lady I spoke to said that even though it starts tomorrow, oh, did I mention? Yeah, you get to choose whether to attend in the morning or the afternoon. These are not all day sessions. So the morning session, those are from 10 until noon, and the afternoon sessions are from 1:30 to 3:30. And she told me that if you want to start attending tomorrow, even the tomorrow morning session, uh, call. It's not too late. You can get in there and attend these sessions. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful idea. All righty, and now what I want to do, I'm going to try to cut this short going to the health page because after all, I'm taking up a lot of time. It's already 12:30. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. So I do have some additions on the health page. I'm just going to just encourage you to check it out on, when you have time. I do have a new addition. The Duke and the Lincoln Community Health Center, they form partnerships. If you probably already know this, but they have formed partnerships to create 3 micro clinics. You've probably driven right by them. So there's one at Holton, 401 North Driver Street. There's one at Lion Park Clinic, is 1313 Halley Street, at the rec center. And then Walltown Neighborhood Clinic is on Broad Street, 815 Broad Street. So basically, it's for low income residents. They offer primary care, employment exams, sports physicals, preventive testing, counseling, well child exams, lab testing, routine immunization, urgent care, and also referrals to specialists. So if you thought there wasn't much to these clinics because they're little, think again. There you go. And now what I'm going to do is to check for blood drives because I don't want to take up your entire afternoon. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's tomorrow. Okay. I was going to mention NAMI Durham, but that's tomorrow. Okay. Let me go to. Oh, I want to mention real quick the Community Health Coalition. Dr. Veda Bland, MD, with the Community Health Coalition, has a podcast. It is called It's a Matter of Health. So you can click on the little radio there, learn more, and start listening to past editions. All right. Now, there's one thing I really wanted to point out. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go to the blood drives first. Okay, wait. So, tomorrow, the American Red Cross will have a blood drive where you can donate blood and save lives. They will have a crew over there tomorrow from 9 until 3 at the Behavioral Health Center at Duke Regional Hospital, 3643 North Roxborough Street. That again is from 9 until 3, and of course, plenty of parking. Let's check with Blood Connection. They do the same thing. Their next blood drive is Wednesday, so I'll tell you about that tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, the Health Equipment Loan Program is open, also known as HELP. They're located at 4206 North Roxborough Street, and this is where you get to donate items you no longer need, like wheelchairs, canes, knee scooters, that sort of thing. They disinfect everything, and then they turn around and lend them out to people who need them, which is it's a great program. It's run by Project Access, which is part of the county system. So they're open only 2 days a week, though. So if you need something, head over there tomorrow. If you want to, of course, donate, they would love that. So they're open tomorrow, Tuesdays, from 10 until 2, and then Fridays, 1 until 5. Okay, let me go to the top of the page and click on health events. Let's see if there are any special health events going on today. Yes. The Emerald Doulas, they will be hosting the Pregnancy Support Group meeting. That's going to be today from 6:30 until 8. Bring your own dinner or snack and gather with other pregnant folks to get some support, some information, resources, and conversation. It's free. You don't have to register. They're at 5317 Highgate Drive, Suite 115. Bring a mask just in case. Sometimes when you're pregnant, sometimes you just want to be super safe. So bring your mask just in case someone asks you to put it on. I hope you don't mind. Now, tomorrow morning at 10:30, the Duke Dementia Morning Care Partner Support Group will be meeting virtually via Zoom at 10:30. So if you're caring for someone with dementia or Alzheimer's, you can get some resources and get some information that can really, really help you take care of your loved one. All righty, let's go to the Senior Scope page. Let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. And I did add Aging Forward of Durham to the Senior Scope page, so there's that. And let's see what's happening with today being Monday. Ooh, in a half hour they're going to have a movie. But let me first mention that Bible study starts at 12:45. Share Flow and Flex at 1. And then Monday matinee with free popcorn. So today's movie will be Independence Day. Isn't that's timely? Okay, Independence Day. So that's going to be today at 1. They have their own theater and it's nice and cool. So you might want to check that out. Also happening this afternoon, advanced watercolor at 1, chair volleyball at 2, Life line dancers at 3:30, and the walking club meets at 3:30. Now tomorrow morning, seniors on the move line dancing at 8:35, open art studio at 9, talk Tuesdays at 9 from 9 until 2. So this is every Tuesday this month where counseling students from NCCU, they will conduct wellness conversations and will direct you to mental health resources if you need it. So that's going to be tomorrow from 9 until 2. At 9:30, they're going to have the Google It smartphone and computer class. And then at 9:30, they're going to have Take Off Pounds Sensibly. At 10, Yoga Your Way. At 10, Keep It Moving, Gentle Exercise. Oh, wait a minute, no class on the 8th. Never mind. That class will be next. Okay. But they'll have American Sign Language at 11 and belly dance at 11:30, crocheting club at noon, and pinochle at noon. So you can play cards all day tomorrow. Now let me check for special events. Let's see. Today's the 7th. Okay, let's see. Tomorrow, they're going to have the Double Bucks program information table. So for those of you who are lucky enough, I guess I didn't get the voucher this year. It was, after all, a lottery program. Let's see. Oh, isn't this interesting? The Kofi Streambot, I activated it and interesting. It says to visit the Kofi page. Okay, nice. Kofi is a program that live streamers and people with websites use basically to get tips. So wow, that's the first, like I said, I activated this weekend and there it is. So you can click on it, and if you appreciate my work, you can send a little tip and I appreciate it. You don't have to, but anyway, let me continue. So if you were lucky enough to get one of those Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program vouchers, and I didn't get one this year. It was a lottery system, so I got it last year, so that's fine. But if you did get a voucher, learn how to use these vouchers, because I don't think you can use them for absolutely everything at the farmer's market, but they will tell you about the limitations and, of course, the benefits of getting. Basically, you're getting free food with these vouchers. It's a great program. So that's going to be tomorrow from 9 until 11 in the lower commons. Also happening tomorrow from 9 until noon, you can shop for free food. Tomorrow is called Shop and Grab. So basically, you go to the Durham Center for Senior Life. I forgot to tell you the address, 406 Rigsby Avenue, and you can pick up free food. They usually have lots of bags there, but just in case, you might want to bring your own bag just in case. I saw them run out once. Of course, they just ran to the office and got more, no big deal. But just in case, bring your own bag, just in case. But yeah, free. It's usually fresh produce, and sometimes they have canned goods and also, bagged goods like lentils and rice and that sort of thing. So that's tomorrow. It'll be from 9 until noon. Also tomorrow at noon, Fire Sticks and the best streaming services making the right choice. This is for those who are getting rid of cable. Cable costs a fortune nowadays, and basically how to kind of work around cable and still find your favorite shows to watch, online by going to like Pluto. I'm sure they'll be talking about Pluto TV. I watch Doctor Who and other shows, and you can also watch the news, the weather, and all kinds of stuff by going to Pluto TV, which is an app that you can use on your phone. And also, I'm pointing at my TV and also the TV if you have like Roku or whatever. So that's going to be tomorrow. All righty. Let me check Little River because Little River is for people who live in northern Durham County. They also have activities. They're a spinoff of the Durham Center for Senior Life, so it's run by the same people pretty much. So on weekdays, they have activities from 8:30 until 2-ish. They have free lunch. Let's see. Let me see special events. On Thursday at 10:30, they're going to have a special workshop on tips to prevent falls. Very important. Very often, when your senior falls, if they fall badly enough, it ends their freedom pretty much. So learn how to avoid falls at all costs. Now let's run over to the. Actually, let me go to the gardening page because I just updated it. And you might not be aware because with it being hot out, people are just now starting to visit Duke Gardens. So let me tell you what's going on with Duke Gardens because this might surprise you. Sarah P. Duke Gardens, their official address is 420 Anderson Street, but you can't enter on Anderson Street right now because they have this gigantic Garden Gateway project ongoing. They might be finished hopefully by spring of next year. So you can still visit, but here's the thing, there's no place for you to really park during the week. There's just no place to park. So what I would do is to park close by, and then maybe, like for example, there's a couple of spaces right next to the Nasher Museum. So I mean, if you're fit, you can walk from the side of the Nasher Museum over to Sarah P. Duke Gardens, or maybe you want to take the bus or drive close to where the bus is and then take, I think the bus that runs closest to Sarah P. Duke Gardens, it might be the, I don't know if it's the 6 or the 10. You know what? I'm going to look that up and add that information. But there is a bus that goes really close to the Sarah P. Duke Gardens. You just have to walk like a couple of blocks. So you can't park anywhere, you know, the Duke parking lots, let's put it that way, because the entrance on Anderson Street is closed and the parking lot there is closed as well. So what they want you to do is to enter through 2000 Lewis Street. That is the temporary Duke Gardens pedestrian entrance. So if you are, um, like I said, taking the bus or parking close by, then you could still only enter at 2000 Lewis Street. Now, on the weekend, on Saturdays and Sundays, you can actually park at the parking lot, which is there at 2000 Lewis Street, but not during the day because Duke employees, etc., they're using that lot. So we can't use it until the weekend. So dogs are still permitted in Sarah P. Duke Gardens, but only before 10 and after 5. The Doris Duke Center is closed. You're still welcome to explore the whole, pretty much the whole garden. Everything pretty much is still open, including the restrooms at Terrace Gardens, Culberson Asiatic Arboretum, and the Lewis Street entrance. Those restrooms are still open. So I just want you to know that Sarah P. Duke Gardens is open, but the access is limited. All righty, let's see. Let's now go to the Let's Go page, and that'll be it. Now, today's the 7th. Oh, the food giveaways today. Okay. The Elizabeth Street United Methodist Church, 1209 North Elizabeth Street, they're having their food giveaway today from 2 until 4. So they say you can stop by between 12:30 and 2 to get a number and then leave and then return. I guess that allows you to jump the line somewhat. That's a lot of trouble because it's hot out. I don't know if you want to go through all that trouble. You might just want to just get there at 2 and get in line with your car, and then get your free groceries if you are in need. So there you go. New Visions of Africa restaurant, they give away free one-off meals, prepared meals from 3 until 6 at 1306 Fayetteville Street, and that's for people who are definitely in need. And then the Hayti Heritage Center's African Rhythms African Dance class is today, 6:30 until 8. There's a $10 class fee, and this is where you get to start out with the deep breathing and the conditioning, and then you get into the cardio intensive African dance moves. That's today, 6:30 until 8, upstairs in the Chuck Davis Dance Emporium. And I told you already about the Emerald Doula's Pregnancy Support Group meeting from 6:30 until 8 at their office at 5317 Highgate Drive. Now, if you like Frisbee, but you want to be cool with it, the Glass Jug Beer Lab has disc golf putting tournament today at their spot. Not the one that's downtown. This is the one that's at 5410 Highway 55. So they have disc golf. Bring 3 of your putters. You play from 6:30 until 9. First, you sign up. And of course, you pay $6 first. That's the entry fee for this double elimination random doubles tournament. And you can join their Facebook group for more information. The Crunk Club Durham's weekly Crank Arm Durham Run starts at and returns to the Crank Arm Brewing Company at 620 Fernway Avenue. So they run from 6:30 until 10:30, and you can choose either to run for 3 miles or 5 miles. Stay hydrated. Take your biggest water bottle, please. You run at your own pace, and of course, it is a free event. Now, tomorrow morning, here's a few things that are happening. The Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division, they're going to have their rabies vaccination clinic. So you can call, make your appointment either between 9:30 and 11 or between 2 and 3:30. Then you bring your dog or cat or whatever and to get vaccinated against rabies for a $10 exact change cash only fee. The East Regional Library, they'll be hosting the Over 50 crowd for the older set. We sit around and talk about stuff. They have free coffee, free tea, and you just hang out and just talk about stuff with people who are also older. The East Regional Library, 211 Lick Creek Lane, and this is from 10 until 11:30. The grocery giveaway, New Visions of Africa restaurants grocery giveaways tomorrow at 12:30. They do this every Tuesday, 12:30, 1306 Fayetteville Street. They're right next door to WD Hill, so you can park in their parking lot. They're served by the 5 and the 5K bus. They give away great groceries. They will ask questions like how big is your family. They want to make sure they give you enough food for the week. And yeah, so check it out. It'll be tomorrow. Now I suggest, I haven't looked at the weather yet. I don't know how hot it's going to be tomorrow at 12:30, but you might want to take your umbrella to protect yourself because you will be standing out there in the parking lot with no trees. They have a couple of trees, but they're short. So bring your umbrella just in case, or your parasol, just in case the sun is blasting down on you. It might be raining tomorrow, though. Let's check. I think I got everything. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let me put my iPad down because I think it's supposed to rain. Let's check the weather real quick. Let's see. Oh wow, flood warning. I guess it is going to rain. So today, sunny, and it looks like it's going to be sunny all. Yeah, it's going to be all the way till sunset. We're going to enjoy the sun all day today. Right now, it's 88. The high will be 91. So another scorcher. Um, Tomorrow, however, there's a 35% chance, not just of rain, but thunderstorms. So that's going to be tomorrow with a high of 93. And it looks like chance of rain all week, every single day this week, including next week. Wow. But the chance tomorrow is only 35%, so it might not rain. So when you go, let me scroll ahead because this app allows me to see 24 hours ahead. So let's see if it's going to rain tomorrow morning. So it looks like it's not going to be raining tomorrow morning. So when you get your groceries tomorrow, you should be safe, but it will be hot. By noon tomorrow, it's going to be 89. So yeah, take your umbrella, protect yourself from the sun. And then in case it does rain, you'll have your umbrella, right? Now let me check my other weather app. And I did find out. Remember, I was saying I was wondering why the temperatures are so like for here it is the Weather Channel app. They're saying that it's 97. That's a big difference. And it says that it feels like 108. That's a big difference from what I just said. And I found out why. I was right. The Weather Channel, they get their readings from the airport, from RDU. And the sun is blasting down on that concrete. So it's hotter there than it is in a nice leafy green neighborhood in Durham. So the readings from the Apple weather app, where the temperatures are always cooler, they're taken from the National Weather Service and different. I guess they have different spots around the city, and that's why there's such a discrepancy. I knew it had to be something like that. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it for today's show. Let me make sure, let's see, I will be doing the show live tomorrow. Yes, I will. So you enjoy the afternoon. Do your shopping now if possible before it hits 90. Take your parasol or your umbrella to protect yourself because the sun will be blasting down all day today with the high of, like I said, well, this app says 97. Let me check my other app. Let me make sure. Yeah, the high 91 for those of us who live in neighborhoods, I guess, with trees and grass and that sort of thing. So, yeah. So, with that, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Don't forget to read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. And remember, you can always be a guest on Bull City Hangout. I welcome it, and I love it when people drop by. With that, ciao for now.